We are collecting 2.2 trillion. Again, it's a budget of 3.6 trillion. All the 2.2 trillion is enough for servicing public debt and paying salaries. We have to borrow money for development. And that money we are borrowing for development, the people who are in office, they were lending money from government to their own banks at 14%, at 12%. This country was sinking into a hole that will not get out. So we stopped that borrowing, and we are saying, instead of borrowing, let those who owe Kenya money pay. And that money we shall collect, and there is no discussion, and there is no let-off, and we will not be intimidated because we have a responsibility to the people of Kenya. It gives me pleasure to join you this evening for the closure of the 4th Senate Post-Election Seminar. I wish to thank you most sincerely for your patience and participation in this noble cause for the last few days. His Excellency President William Ruto and I are appraised of the progress you have made and effort put forward. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Senators, during this seminar you have exhibited great enthusiasm and interest in learning, sharing valuable experiences, and keen to benefit from the rich presentations and discussions led by our distinguished resource persons from diverse parliamentary jurisdictions, notably Australia, Canada, and South Africa. This will go a long way to enriching your level of debates and contribution towards House business as you discharge your mandate. Once again, on behalf of the Executive, I convey gratitude and a big thank you for sharing your valuable experiences with our political leadership. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Senators, during this seminar, a myriad of issues, challenges, and opportunities were canvassed and deliberated upon. A few of them have risen as pertinent highlights that they require some reaction, engagement, and further deliberation for viable intervention. It is my hope that the House leadership will take appropriate measures to dispense of those matters for smooth running of the House business. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Senators, allow me to focus on separation of powers. There is need to observe and embrace the significant separation of powers in managing relations among the three arms of government. And on this note, I urge sobriety and mutual relations towards our common purpose, that is delivery of quality services to the people of Kenya. In the same vein, I believe that dialogue and consultation based on mutual respect between the Senate and the Executive would conclusively address the matter of pending bills, which remains a big challenge for most counties. In fact, this has caused immense pain to many Kenyans. It must be resolved once and for all. Honorable Speaker and Honorable Senators, further, I encourage the Senate to propose amendments to various pieces of legislation to compare regular and output-driven performance from county governments. This is squarely within your oversight mandate. If a bill is done with proper public participation from a bipartisan approach, it will serve the common good once enacted. Honorable Senators, parliamentary practice and procedures are an important component in enhancing democratic governance of our country. I encourage you to make use of the floor of the House for the interests of every Kenyan and for the good of our nation. As I conclude, I strongly urge that public interests be at the core of our operations and programs. Let us aim at yielding the highest dividends to the people of Kenya. With those few remarks, it is my pleasure to declare this seminar officially closed. God bless you, the Senate, and God bless Kenya. The role of the Senate in making devolution work cannot be overemphasized. And I appeal to you in a very robust manner to oversight the county governments and make them work and make sure that every cent appropriated to them is used for the benefit of the people in your county. Please, that is a duty that you have. You owe it to the electorate, you owe it to God, and you owe it to humanity. Please oversight the county governments, but do so with responsibility. I also want to add that the issue of unbundling the devolved functions of the counties is one thing that President William RUTO, in his inaugural speech on 13th September in Kasarani, committed his government to do so. And I want to say, we want to ask the Senate to back the President and the Executive in ensuring that everybody must pay tax. It doesn't matter who you are. We are going to develop this country with our own resources because we have stopped borrowing. Because we are saying, if you are in a hole, don't continue digging. First stop digging and figure out how to get out of the hole. And one of the ways of getting out of the hole is collecting tax from everybody. It doesn't matter how far back it goes. And also stopping exemptions. Nobody will be exempted from paying tax in this country. And if you want to be exempted from paying tax, you buy an advert in the newspaper and apply to the people of Kenya. The President, the CS National Treasury will not exempt anybody from paying taxes. So let those who have not been paying taxes not get jittery. Just make arrangements. You have not been paying tax, well, lipa kodi. And if you have a problem with what we are asking you to pay, we are open for discussion. Ya Mungu ni ya Mungu, ya Kaisari ni ya Kaisari. It's very simple. It's in the Bible. What we are doing is what is in the Bible. Tax you must pay. And everybody must pay tax. Senators, you pay tax. Your pay slip is there. Unalipa kodi hapo. Kama wewe ni senator umechaguliwa unalipa tax, hata wewe utalipa. Hata ukipiga kelele, hata ukienda wapi, kodi utalipa. If we succeed in increasing revenue from 2.2 billion to 2.2 trillion to 3 trillion, it is public information. Then we sit down again and calculate, and we'll give you your percentage. But right now, this is a figure, is what we have. Take a calculator and see what you can get. It is that simple. So when the matter finally comes before you, please look at all the factors, look at what is possible, look at what is not possible. You are elected leaders, you are responsible, and make a fair decision. Among my duties is to oversee intergovernmental relations between the two levels of government, to make sure that there is seamless relationship for the benefit of the people of Kenya. For me to succeed in that function, I need the Senate more than it needs me. That is the truth.